The Baltic Sea anomaly, what looks like a UFO at the base of the sea, has the mystery now been solved? In April 2011, a group of Swedish deep sea divers called Ocean X, led by Peter Lindberg, announced with fanfare the discovery of a strange and huge object at the bottom of the Baltic Sea, and they call it the Baltic Sea anomaly. And from there, it was baptized as a famous biblical UFO, but much later it became known that it is nothing more than a glacial deposit, a rocky formation dragged by ice to the sea thousands of years ago. Volker Bruckert, an associate professor of geology at the University of Stockholm, came to that conclusion after studying the samples provided by its discoverer, Peter Lindberg, who declined to comment. The strange and enormous object found at the bottom of the sea was about 60 meters in diameter, and its curious oval shape with 2 billion and long symmetrical protrusions, coupled with mysterious trawls of several hundred meters, made Lindberg think that this object had fallen to the sea and had slipped to the bottom until it was completely still in its current position. Immediately, the speculations began, from the old Nazi experiments to the remains of Atlantis, or better still, an extraterrestrial starship there who knows when, since when, but that is as it may, the object was called the Anomaly of the Baltic, and since then Lindberg has done everything possible to echo it, and it raised funds for new expeditions. At the same time, of course, he was collecting headlines around the world and enormous publicity for his company. Volker Bruckert, after analyzing the data collected by the treasure hunter, who did not want to comment on it, said that it is actually a rock formation dragged by glaciers into the deep waters a few thousand years ago. Bruckert argued that to show that the treasure hunter gave him, "I came across a black mineral that could be a volcanic rock. My hypothesis is that this object, this great structure, was formed during the Ice Age many thousands of years ago." It's good that there are critics voicing about the supposed mystery of the Baltic Sea, and he adds, what Ocean X team completely ignored is that most of the samples they took from the bottom of the sea were granite and gneiss, the same composition as granite and sandstone. And this, according to the scientists, is exactly what we would expect to see in a glacial basin. The entire Baltic Sea is a large glacial basin, a region excavated by ice thousands of years ago. And what are your comments about this? It seems that it's not a UFO. So this is from the Baltic Sea Anomaly, the latest news, by Ansher Vastava on Infinity Explorers. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.